Namaste, everyone, and welcome to the second Anchor to Light meditation for what's today, Monday. And let's talk a little bit about, the Chinese symbol of yin and yang. A lot of you have seen that. If you've studied Tai Chi, you've seen that circle. Half of it is dark, half of it is light, and within that light, there's dark, and within the dark area, there's a light. And that's very, very powerful because in everything in existence, there's this yin and yang, okay? Oftentimes people say, oh, that's masculine, that's feminine. You have to think in terms of energy. So not just the physical male or physical female, and the way my teacher explained it is it's like a principle of paradox. Within a male body, you're going to be a really, really macho guy, right? But under certain circumstances, the person can be very tender and very loving. You can have a woman, feminine, that's very gentle, very loving. You mess with her kids, you're dead meat, right? So within that yang, there's yin. Within that yin, there could be yang. And that pretty much goes all across creation. And when it comes to manifestation, and we've shared this with you before, in order for something to manifest, you need the yin and the yang aspect, all right? The yin aspect could be the form. The yang aspect is the energy. You have a light bulb, that's the yin. You have the electricity, that's yang, that's energy. So this yin and yang is actually fluid. And that's why if you see the image, as the white portion, the light portion becomes less and less, you notice the darker portion becomes more and more. As the dark portion becomes less and less, the light portion becomes more. So it's fluid. It's flowing. That's why in Tai Chi, you have this movement, right? And you can apply it in fighting. If the person's very, very yang, you don't meet it head on. As the punch is coming in, what happens? You exhaust it. You become very yin. Once the energy is used up, then you go beat them up. Okay, you're kind people, but you get the idea. So this yin and yang it's in the universe. Now, when it comes to manifestation, this is the way my teacher explained it. He said, look, in order for something to manifest, to materialize, you need both components. And in practical terms, you have people who are smart, people who are very well organized, right? They have good thoughts, they have good actions. Everything's planned out for something to manifest in their life, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whatever. Everything lined up. And some people, because of that, boom, they have the success they want in whatever their endeavor is. And then you have people who do the same thing. They work so hard, they do all these things. They're just as smart, they're just as organized, but somehow they don't get the breaks. The question is why? Because the actions, the planning, the work, everything they're doing in the material world, the emotional, mental world, that's the form. The yang aspect is the good karma. That's why you say, oh yeah, you have two people, both graduating magna cum laude, summa cum laude, super, super smart, very organized. One becomes super successful, the other one becomes a bum. It's like, what the heck? How could that happen? Or you have people who are not so smart, not so organized, just enough, but somehow opportunities keep opening. You say, well, they're just lucky. And the way my teacher explained it, Master Choa said, look, instead of using the word luck, use the word karma. And that's the part I just want to talk about very quickly because that's the part that people oftentimes miss. They always think of karma as something, you did something bad, you're screwed, man, it's coming back to you. They don't realize that karma is neither good or bad, positive or negative. It's just a certain law that whatever you plant, you will harvest. And so I want to connect this to what the Lord Buddha taught to give it more context. And a lot of you have heard me use this story before. I love it because it just explains it so clearly, okay? And first of all, before I continue, I know a lot of you have been giving lots of great comments and all that. I just want to start by telling you that everything I know, I learned from my teacher, okay? So just want to make that clear. Don't think I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. I'm just smart enough to follow my teacher. And he explained it so clearly. So the story goes something like this. There's somebody crossing a bridge. Somebody go, oh man, that's a bridge story again. Well, you're going to hear it for the next 20 incarnations. You like it? You don't like it? I just like it. So there's this dude. He's crossing the bridge. The bridge collapsed. The guy died. Okay? And people were asking, what happened? The Lord Buddha said, it's a matter of causes and conditions. C-A-U-S-E, cause and conditions. Let's start with conditions. The conditions are such that the bridge is old, it's all beat up, water current so strong, it collapsed. Those are the conditions. Some people say, well, if that's the case, of all the people crossing the bridge, how come he was the unlucky guy to be in the wrong place, wrong time? Nobody else was on the bridge when it collapsed. How come he's the unlucky guy? And then the Lord Buddha said, because he is the only one who carried the cause. In other words, sometime in the past, he caused someone to die in a similar situation. So he's the only one who carried the karmic seed. Now, to dive deeper into it, the way the Lord Buddha explained is something like this. The conditions are like the soil. The seed is the one that you plant. That's the cause. So if you have someone who is very intelligent, very, very well organized, they arrange everything perfectly, that's arranging the conditions. But if they don't carry the correct karmic seed, nothing happened. The opposite is also true. You could have somebody with a lot of good karma, a lot of good luck, but they sit on their ass, they don't do anything, so they don't create the conditions for it to materialize, nothing happens. That's why there are people who are on both extremes. You have people who say, yeah, as long as you work hard, you'll be successful. On the other side, he says, well, if it's yours, it's supposed to be yours. They don't realize in the universe, you need both. You can have the best seed, no good soil, nothing happens. You have the best soil, no seed, nothing happens. And this yin and yang aspect is so important because oftentimes we get so polarized to one or the other, we forget that you need both. You need the masculine and the feminine aspect. You get my point? So the soil is the feminine aspect, the seed is the male aspect that goes in. I think you get the idea. That's why if you are an electrical engineer, when you plug things, you go, okay, this is male, this is female. You just figure out which one is the one going in and what does it go into, then you know which one's male or female. Right? Now, some of you say, yeah, it's so sexist. Anyway, I don't care what you think. It is what it is. Right? It's just the way they term it. You talk to the electrical engineer. But that's essentially what's going on. You have the yin and the yang. So I'm sharing this with you because a lot of you have been joining me for these meditations for so long. And it's important for you to understand that there's something happening in the background that you're not aware of. Or maybe you are. It's been, since last March, 11 months. 11 months we've been doing this, right? These meditations. And you notice about 99% of the time, we're doing meditation. We're not just going om, or, silence. Maybe one or two of those we talk about technique, but the bulk of it, what do? We do meditation, twin hearts. We do the great invocation. Even if we don't do any of those two meditations, after we're done with whatever meditation, we're constantly blessing the earth. You notice that? Bless your family, bless your friends. So all those meditations that you focus on blessing, on sharing, you are actually generating good karma. You say, well, I did that. That's not my intention. I'm just to be part of a world community. It doesn't matter. The fact that you allow yourself to be an instrument to bless the earth, bless the world, you are giving. So you are planting seeds. That's why a lot of you told me in your comments, you go, yeah, ever since I've been doing this, life seems to be better. And I seem to have better luck. Well, guess what? Because you've been planting all those seeds. You get the point? I didn't tell you that because that was not the objective of this Anchor to Light. The objective of it is to do service. Well, guess what? It comes with benefits. The benefits is, as you give, so shall you receive. And so when it comes to prosperity and abundance, I think that's one of the things that people miss. I've read some prosperity books. I've talked to some people who teach prosperity, and they think about, you have the right thoughts, you organize, you do this breathing exercise, so on, so on, so on. I'm going, that's great. You're creating all the proper conditions, but I don't see the seed. And they go, what are you talking about? Well, everything is me, I, where's the giving? I go, no, this is about me. Okay, yeah, all right, one of those. And what happens? Nothing. And I'm sharing this with you because I've seen things that are just shocking. I'll give you a simple example. I was in, where is this? I think, is this Arizona? I think it's Arizona. No, Colorado? Anyway, one of those states. I forgot already. I haven't taught physical class in so long that I forgot which area it is. Texas. Okay, Texas. Anyway, so I was teaching a class, talking about prosperity, about karma, and so on and so on. And there's this guy, his name is Michael. He owns a magazine, that people advertise things. And after I'm done, he comes up to me, really nice guy. He attended the class. He's a martial arts dude, very spiritual dude. And he said, it's interesting. I'm going to tell you a story. There's this guy who wants to advertise in my magazine. And he said, now don't quote me the exact date, in either 3 or 5 days. He said, this guy wants to put an ad in my magazine, a full page ad that says, if you take my course, buy my whatever, my book, guaranteed in 3 or 5 days, you'll make $5,000. Okay? I go, hey, that's great, man. That's good. I mean, for someone to say they can guarantee 3 to 5 days by doing his technique, you'll have $5,000. He goes, yeah, there's only one slight problem. He could not afford the ad. And how much is your ad? $700. I'm going, wait, something doesn't make sense here. He claims he can teach anyone to make $5,000 in 3 or 5 days, and yet he could not pay for a $700 ad. And he starts cracking up. He goes, a lot of them come to me to want to advertise these things promising gajillion stuff, but they could not afford the ad. I go, oh, okay. So we had this discussion, got exactly the point. Because there are people who just read this, read that, and think they're going to teach a master class with no experience. And all they know is like, okay, I just have to be positive. I picture it. They forgot that they're just messing around, creating the conditions, but they don't have the cause. And you have people, a lot of you who are, you have parents that are very frugal, but at the same time, somebody comes to them for help. They're always very, very generous. And somehow, God always takes care of them. Because there is no substitute to being a good person. When a person is good, they're kind, they're very generous, they have a lot of good karma. They have good luck. The only thing a lot of them don't have is they don't have the technology. Say, oh, I'm a good person and everything. But what's missing is like, oh, in addition to having good luck, that good luck has to have an avenue to come out. Let me put it another way. We teach this in our prosperity class, in the Kriya Shakti class, whenever that will be available, right? Rule number 1 in winning the lottery. The very first thing you need to do, buy a ticket. You get the point? So you could have massive good luck, but you still have to buy a ticket. Now, it's possible that the winning ticket, somebody already bought in the other side of town, 30, 40 miles away, somebody got it, it's possible, and it fell off their pocket, and it was windy, and it happened to be a bird flying by and decided to stop, and it had sticky feet, and somehow it stuck to its feet, and it flew across town, and you happen to be in your backyard just stretching, or you're praying, and somehow it flew over, and you go, "Ugh!" And it fell on its feet, and you go, oh, and you won the lottery. It's possible, but not probable. Get the idea? That's why there are people, they're good hearts, they're very loving and everything, but they forgot you need to also have the drive to do stuff. Sounds familiar? Because some people, they use spirituality, well, if it's supposed to be mine, you'll come to me. The way I was taught by my teacher, something like this. You have the good karma, right? You have the right thoughts and all that stuff, but you also set up the conditions. So what happens is, this is the hard work on the material world. This is the spiritual world with the good karma and everything. instead of waiting for the good karma and the blessings to come to you and you sit on your ass and it shows up, or some people, they work so hard, they don't generate good karma, not much here, so it takes so long to get there. The smart thing to do is go yin, yang, marry them together. Some of you go, oh, how come I never thought of that? Exactly. That's why you always make it down to the ridiculous. You want to win lottery ticket? You don't want to win lottery? First, buy a ticket. You don't say, well, it's supposed to be mine. It'll manifest in my life. You do both. That's why you will notice, if you were very organized, you say you have a business, you go, okay, I'm going to go through the details, make sure that the budget is good, everything's organized, I hire the right people and all that. Plus, you generate good karma being kind to people, being honest to your customers, giving money to charity. You succeed. Some people only work on one or the other. You work on both. That's why this yin and yang principle goes beyond just, oh, it's a nice circle with a dark area and a light area, blah, 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 whatever. Instead of philosophy, it's actually applicable in our lives. And so, as you do your meditations and spiritual practice, you do meditation how many times a week? Make sure that part of it is blessing earth. None of that. Listen carefully. And this is one of my deep lessons that somebody told me many years ago. None of what you did in your meditation is ever wasted. It's not wasted. You go, yeah, I've been meditating for so long, doing Twin Hearts meditation and other, I keep blessing the earth, but nothing's happening. None of that is ever wasted. You're gaining karma points. Okay? You go, well, I don't do it for that purpose. It doesn't matter what you think. It is what it is. Because as you practice kindness, there's a good karma. Why not? Now, one more thing to remember. It's something like this. By the way, I'll cover this in more detail tomorrow in the free introductory class on Prosperity Zen tomorrow night. Okay? You guys know about this already. It's something like this. The way we do it in pranic healing, a lot of you know, you receive with one hand, you project with the other. Okay? Or you receive through your crown, you project with your hands. In other words, there's always input and output. And usually, when I have someone stand in class and go like this, okay, receive and project, right? All right, some of you guys can see in Instagram. Okay. All right, I know the screen is small. So what happens is something like this. We say, okay, everybody in class, this person standing in front of you is going to project light out of your hands, out of his or her hands. Could you raise your hand and see if you can feel something? They go, oh yeah, I can feel it pushing my hand. In other words, they're giving energy, simultaneously they're receiving. So I'll say, all right, now put your hand like this. Try to feel the energy in their palm, like energy's coming in. Put your hand there, see if you feel something. They go, yeah, I feel like something's pushing my hand. In other words, input, output. Simple. And so they're like this, right? Giving, receiving. And I'll tell the person who's doing the demo, I said, close your giving hand, right? Close your giving hand. And they close their giving hand. And I said, okay, check how much energy is coming into their body. They go, it stopped. Okay, now give energy. So they projected energy with one hand and they go, oh, I can feel it flowing again. Okay, close the giving hand again. Not much energy. Okay, open it up. Ooh, I feel it coming in. Okay, I know it's hard to do it here. We usually do it with two people, but I'll explain the rest to you, okay? Then I do the other way. I go, all right, try to feel the energy coming out of their hand. So they put their hand in front of this guy or whoever that person. Okay, I feel it pushing my hand. All right, I tell that person, close your receiving hand. So they close the receiving hand. Eh? This giving also stopped. Does it make sense? Okay, open. Ooh, I feel it pushing again. Get the idea? So by the time we're done, say, okay, let me explain. If you want to receive more, you have to first give. Because if you don't, there's no space. So when that person closed the giving, they cannot receive more because they're full. So when they start releasing energy, suddenly it creates a temporary vacuum. They can receive more energy. Same thing is true. When they're going like this, I said, okay, feel how much they're projecting. When I said stop receiving, they also stop giving. Now, let's put it in practical terms. Because a lot of you are very holy people, very giving, very sharing. And when something good happens, you go, no, I don't do this. I'm not into receiving. I'm just giving. Okay, hold on. Before you make up your mind and give yourself problems, listen carefully. To the majority of you, I'm assuming, I could be wrong. You have a giving heart, you have a loving heart, and somehow somebody stuck it into your brain that you do everything without expecting anything back. Right? Okay. Anyway. So it's something like this. When you give, you share, there's output of energy. Whether you like it or not, it's called the law of karma, not your opinion of karma. So whether you like it or not, when you give and share, there's karmic something coming back to you. But if you say, I don't want it, because, no, I don't want it, I'll just give, guess what happens? Your energy drops. Because you cannot keep exhaling without inhaling. So as you give, you share, blessings come, you go, no, it's okay. Well, guess what? Ultimately, you cannot keep giving because you cannot receive. The opposite is also true. Some people said, yeah, bless me, give me, but they don't want to share. There's no room to receive. So the secret is literally in the yin-yang symbol. You learn to give and you learn to receive. As you receive, you learn to give more. As you give more, you learn to receive more. As you give even more, you receive even more. When this cycle continues, that will turn so quickly, it manifests as good health, manifests as prosperity, manifests as people like you. Get the idea? Unfortunately, people on the spiritual path, they have this, what's a good term to say it nicely? They have an overactive conscience. They feel guilty about everything. Well, I give something. No, I don't want anything. Okay. At some point, they go, I don't know, financially. Oh, hey, dummy. You're giving. Somebody wants to help you out. You say you do it without receiving. Okay. How long can you keep it up? So, when you do good things, you're blessed. You say, Lord God, thank you. I accept. Then, as your life is getting better, you can help people more. As you help people more, you get blessed more. So, as this cycle speeds up, you're prosperous, you're healthy, you're happy. And you're doing your life's work, your destiny, giving and sharing. What's your problem? The problem is programming. A lot of us grew up, the story is always, yeah, it's the poor guy, he's going to heaven. The rich dude is barbecuing in hell. So you hear enough of these stories, and you always say, oh, it's better to give than to receive. You might as well say, it's better to exhale than to inhale. That yin-yang symbol is the secret to success. You don't believe me? Go learn it for a few more incarnations. When I see you again, then you tell me I'm right. These teachings are not mine. It was taught to me by my teacher, taught to me by his teacher. It's been taught by all the great teachers in the world. It's a cycle. Give and receive. Give and receive. Anytime it's broken on the giving side, anytime it's broken on the receiving side, it manifests as lack or poverty. Get the idea? So every time you're going feeling guilty about receiving, see that thing turning. You stop it turning, it stops. You're kind to someone says, oh, thank you very much. Let me pay you. Let me do this. Okay, thank you. Accept it. And then from there, you give some more. In fact, a lot of you who are practitioners, either you're a healer, chiropractor, doctor, nurse, whatever it is that you like to help people, right? Do you know that statistically, when people pay for services, they heal faster? You know why? Well, there's two things. Number one, if they give something, they're more invested. It's just like, when you go to a clinic that's free, people go in, the doctor says, okay, you got treated now. Make sure you drink this medicine or you do this, you do that. They go, it doesn't cost them anything. So they go, all right, I'll listen. But man, if they paid hard-earned money, they go, oh, I pay $100 for this. I'm going to be receptive. So part of it is that. Part of it is what? If people don't, there's no investment, there's no consciousness of what? Being serious. Second part. As they give something to you, and it doesn't always have to be money because some of you do exchanges, right? As they give you something, they create space so that the healing force can penetrate. Never thought of it that way, right? In other words, by receiving something from your client or your patient, you are actually helping them receive more, which is what? What they're there for. Healing energy. Or when you worked on the therapy, whatever it is. That's why you have to go beyond the old programming. If you stick with that old programming, you don't want to receive, then you ultimately be affected in the way you give. Same thing with the other person. The universe is yin and yang. Giving, receiving, giving. Two sides of the same coin. You screw up with one of them, that's that. You throw away the coin. Is that direct enough for you? Now, some people say, yeah. And unfortunately, I apologize, I'm not being negative, but what I see in a lot of these posts on Instagram is like, me, I want to receive, I want to receive. Hello, when was the last time you gave? You're about to explode from sucking everything in. When was the last time you released something? Me, I, everything's me, I, yeah, okay. Well, when is it? I'm reading the post. What does it say? I'm so blessed. Now I have the opportunity to serve more people. No, everything's like me. The universe is coming to me. I have this. I go, everything's me, I. No wonder you're miserable. You want to find the happiest people in the world? They are the people who have a goal of serving others. You know why? Because as they serve others and make people happy, the good karma of happiness also comes back to them. Make sense? Literally, it's a circle. It's a cycle. You'll never look at the yin-yang symbol the same way again. You give, you learn to receive. You receive, you learn to give more. As you give more, you learn to receive more. Ridiculously simple. People make it complicated. They write books on it. I'm going, you need the book for that? That's 2 pages. You screw up with one side, the other side doesn't work. You screw up with this side, that doesn't work. It has to flow. That's why the yin-yang symbol. Remember, from the masculine side, as it decreases, it becomes the feminine side. As the feminine side decreases, the masculine side. And within each one is the potential of the other. Within the essence of giving, there's a seed of receiving. Within receiving, there's the essence of giving. That allows the energy to flow. That's that. Shall we meditate? Now, I'm going to share something a little weird. That's why I left it in the last part, because just in case some of you cannot handle it and you already left, then I don't have to worry about it. There's another part that it's a little strange. And so if this turns you off, just go, whatever. There's another reason why when you do meditation, Twin Hearts, Great Invocation, a lot of these meditations that bless the earth, that your life seems to be better. This is why. We are multidimensional beings, right? You have a physical body. Simultaneously, as you're moving in the physical world, you feel emotions, so you're also existing in the astral world. And you're thinking, you're processing data, so you also, as a being, function in the mental world, like 3 frequencies at the same time. Well, guess what? You talk about angels, you talk about great spiritual teachers. So you have the physical world and the inner world. So the physical world, you have inhabitants like people, animals, bugs, water, air. What am I missing? Land. That's the physical, tangible world. Within the inner world, which is your spiritual world, the inner world, the energy world, are also many inhabitants. So these inhabitants are, because there are different levels, you have angelic beings, you have nature spirits that tend to the ground, tend to the vegetation, the air, and so on, so on, so on. That's why it's interesting. If you study deeper teachings, you realize, oh, these angelic beings, they're angelic beings of many classes. Some of them handle the what do you call this? Nature spirits, and you have angelic beings that attend to human beings, your guardian angels, and then you have angelic beings that teach you. That's why the word angel is just such a broad term. Okay? That's why I love the way they use it in India. They use the word devas, meaning shining ones. They're just brilliant beings of light that inhabit the energy world. Okay? Now you go, well, why are you talking to me about this? You'll notice when we do our meditation, we don't say, may only the beings or may only the people that are nice to me be blessed. You don't say that, do you? You say, may every person, every being be blessed. From the heart of God, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, lower worlds be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. You notice that? Well, guess what, buddy? If you have a lot of friends in the energy world, you're a lucky dude. That's why in the Chinese tradition, I remember growing up, it's like, I go to a Chinese restaurant, right? Yeah. Why in the world do they have an altar on the floor? Right? Normally you put an altar like this, you pray like, you don't pray like that. But because if you come from a Chinese tradition, you go, oh, that's because in the Chinese tradition, they have this Tu Ti Gong. Tu Ti means earth or, ground. Gong means like the deity. In other words, there are certain angelic beings or connected to the ground, to the earth, and they have a big boss. Well, think about it. Things that you say are materially valuable. Gold, silver, right? The minerals, money, real estate. And which of the chakras are in charge of prosperity? It's not up here. It's in your butt. The closest one to the ground. So they're angelic beings in charge of abundance and prosperity, and they're connected to the earth. That's why when a person is very prosperous, the basic chakra is very big. When a person is dead broke, the chakra is small. Oh. Meditation to the heart, when we bless, what do we do all the time? We bless the earth. We bless every person, every being. And you seem to have good luck. Of course, buddy. Guess what? You have these angelic beings in charge of money and prosperity. If you're constantly showering them with love and kindness and joy, what do you think? They might like you a little bit? And when you're about to make a decision on a business or whatever, don't you kind of go, hey, buddy, pick that one. Didn't you notice? That's why I said there's no downside to being a good and kind person. Well, I don't believe in those beings. First of all, they don't care. They're around. But when you do meditation twin hearts, you're getting whatever meditation that is constantly giving and blessing, you seem to have good luck follow you. Clear? So all this time we're doing this meditation 6 times a week and been joining us, none of it is wasted. None of it is wasted. Okay, I'll share something really weird with you. And this is known if you're coming from the Philippines, you heard of this before. And some of you who have never heard this before, you're weirded out, whatever. So in the Philippines, you always hear stories. They go, man, this guy or this woman, I know this person, I went to school them, they were broke. Now they own hotels, they own, big shopping malls, they become multi-millionaire in such a short time. Oh, I know why. They probably have an invisible helper. And if you speak Spanish, they call them duende, like dwarfs, elves, whatever, right? And I talked to my teacher about it many years ago, and he said, yeah, because this person has good karma. So the higher beings, God, have assigned certain prosperity beings to follow them around to guide them. Now, bad people who do bad things, they'll also have followers that guide them so their life will self-destruct. Get the idea? Like qualities attract. So there's no downside to being a good person. And so if you do meditation, keep blessing the earth, keep blessing, being instrument, it transforms you. You bless these beings, they're happy with you. They're going to go, oh, I like this dude. He's always blessing us. So guess what? If there's a great opportunity and you have the karma for it, they're going to go, hey, you. That's why some of you have dreams. I go, yeah, where'd that come from? It's the byproduct of your kindness. Now, here's the best news of all. Even if you don't believe a word I just said, you say, I don't believe in that hocus pocus fuss. But you do the work, guess what? they hear you. Anyway, tomorrow night in the Prosperity Zen, I'm sharing this with you so that when I talk about it tomorrow, you don't get weirded out. And if that weirds you out, don't come tomorrow night. Because tomorrow night, I'm going to give you the whole package of understanding how this thing about prosperity happens, where it starts from your consciousness and awareness, giving and receiving, disintegrating negative thought forms, creating positive ones, doing meditation to bless these prosperity beings so that your life can get even better if you want to. So anyway, that's tomorrow night, 6 p.m. All right, California time. So same time as this, but tomorrow. All right. If you're on Instagram, just go to mastercode.org and click there and register. It's going to be a closed room. It's not going to be broadcasted everywhere because we need only serious people to listen and practice. And then basically it's an introductory workshop. You have all the tools, all the techniques that you're going to use and we're going to practice it. How long it is? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe an hour, most likely more, because I really want to get you guys to practice. And from there are also online courses that will be available after if you want to take it further. But you'll have the tools to improve your finances tomorrow energetically. Okay? I have to emphasize energetically. I'm not a financial advisor. That's not my specialization. All right. So we will do meditation. We'll do the great invocation. Now, before we do this, rub your hands together. Press the center of your palms. Okay? Go like this. Now, I'm going to have you do something very weird. I say weird enough times that it becomes normal. If you have your wallet, your wallet where you have money, if you have it with you, I want you to put it next to you. If you have it, just put it right here in front of you. The ones who don't have, just visualize it for now. Because I want to share something with you that, again, we'll go in depth tomorrow night, but I want to make it more real for you, especially the ones who are sensitive. If you can't feel anything, then ask somebody to do it for you. Okay? Now, I don't have my wallet with me, but anyway, let's say you have your wallet with you. I want you to put it next to you. For example, if this is my wallet, I put it right here. I want you to put your hand like this to feel, you're feeling energy. I want you to put your hand on top of the wallet without touching it. Start from the top, from high, and repeat the words I'm going to say. Don't invent your own. Okay? Go like this. Say, prosperity energy of my wallet. Say it. Say, prosperity energy. Okay? Prosperity energy of my wallet. Start from the top. Slowly come down. Before your hand touches your wallet, can you feel sort of an energy or sensation? Okay? Now again, some of you are going to be more sensitive than others. I want you to make note what it is. That's your baseline measurement. In classes, when we do this practice of scanning, we always start with baseline because you don't know if something got better or got worse without a baseline. Make sense? Okay. Feel it? Ready? Okay. Remember that. Like, how far is it? Like you said, 6 inches, a foot away from your hand. We're going to do the meditation. After the meditation, we're going to check it again. All right. Shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Choa Kok Sui Mahaguju Jimeling, thank you for the divine blessings of guidance, of love, light, divine guidance, help, and protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. Okay, ready? Okay, raise your hand like this. Okay, first go like this. Let's make the energy stronger. Okay, stop typing. You can't type and put your hands like this at the same time. Say, we are one. We are one. There's only oneness. Now repeat after me. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self, a being of pure energy and spiritual light. I am that. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. We are one. Now open your hands in blessing. Say, we are one. Now, you're going to focus on 3 areas, one at a time. Here is intelligence. Here, forehead is love. Will is the crown. Okay? Now, a lot of you have been with me. You know that already. The ones who are new, will guide you to the first part. Okay? Open your palms. Visualize the earth in front of you. Let's chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Now put your attention in between your eyebrows, the Ajna chakra, and your hands. Project light to the entire earth. Silently repeat after me. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend throughout the entire earth. Now be still, put your attention on your Ajna chakra and your hands and flood the earth with divine intelligence, wisdom, understanding, and discernment. Just flood the earth with divine light. Every person, every being, on every dimension. Now put your attention on your forehead and your hands. Flood the earth with divine love. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May all beings in every dimension be flooded with love, with peace, with kindness, with mercy, and with compassion. So be it. Beware of your forehead and your hands and just keep flooding the earth with love. Every person, every being in every dimension. Unconditional love. Feel that? Focus on your crown and your hands. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. May goodwill empower the wills of every person, every being in every dimension. So be it. Now be still. You might feel a slight stretching or pressure on your forehead, your ajna area, and your crown. Just let the energy flow. From the center, which we call the human race and all the different races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth now. So be it. So be it. Be still. May all beings be blessed with love, with light, and power. So be it. Again, be aware of the air in between your eyebrows and your hands. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being without exception. Let light descend throughout the entire earth. May all beings be blessed with divine intelligence, understanding, wisdom, and discernment. So be it. Be aware of your forehead and your hands. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May all beings be flooded with love, with kindness, with sweetness, with mercy and compassion for all. So be it. Be aware of your crown and your hands. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good empower the wills of every person, every being throughout the entire earth. Now, so be it. From the center, which we call the human race and all the different races, angelic races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan and manifest the divine plan on earth for all beings. So be it. Be still. Can someone feel that pressure? That's all that energy flowing through us. Just scatter that energy everywhere throughout the entire earth. May all beings be blessed without exception. Now, just be still. For the third round, it'll be done for you. All you have to do is put your attention above your head. Just imagine a point of light on top of your head. The rest will be done for you. It'll just flow through you. Just let the energy flow. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend toward the entire earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great messenger of God, messenger of love, permeate the hearts of every person, every being with love, with mercy, and with compassion. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the holy masters and spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the center, which we call the human race and all the different races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, let love, let power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, let love, let power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth. Now, so be it. Let's chant Om. 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 Maintain your stillness and awareness. Lower your hands on your lap. Maintain that awareness of that brilliant light way above your head. Just be still. Be still, be aware, and let go. Just let things be. Gently, slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers and your toes. Gently and slowly come back to your body right now. Take your time. Now raise your hands in blessing. Project golden light down into the earth. Just project golden light down to the earth and repeat with me. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children, every person, every being on earth, be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to all. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Now keep flooding the earth below you with golden light. Just a lot of golden light. Just flood the earth below you, extending 20, 30 feet down in every direction. May all be blessed. So be it. Now, let's give thanks to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, we thank you for your immense blessings. Personally, to my teacher, Master Choa Kok Sui, Mahaguruji Mailing, thank you in full faith. And so it is. All right. Short meditation, right? Some of you are like, oh. All right, remember your wallet's next to you? Raise your hand above it. Say prosperity energy. Slowly come down. Check. Anybody notice? When we do this, usually people go, oh, it's pushing my hand. Anybody notice? Before anything happens physically, it happens energetically. Before somebody goes broke, the energy of their wallet drops. Before they become more prosperous, the energy changes. The whole idea here is you keep changing your inner world, change your inner world, change the blueprint, energetic blueprint, to have it manifest materially. So, whether you join us for the meditation tomorrow night, the class tomorrow night, doesn't matter. You know, all those times that you've been meditating and you've been blessing the earth, it's helping you. So, we'll continue Anchor the Light. We just keep doing it until things change. I don't know when things are going to open, but you have my commitment. If you're going to show up, I'll be here. Because I've noticed that it's been an avenue for so many people to do their spiritual work, and I'm very honored to be able to facilitate and assist. You guys are doing all the work. I'm just aiming the hose. All right? So thank you very much. Let's give thanks again to the Supreme God. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Thank you for your immense blessings. In full faith, so be it. Of course, my teacher, thank you. Now, so we will see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. And for the ones who don't know, again, just go to mastercode.org. You have to sign up. Don't be waiting for it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You'll be meditating on nothing. Nothingness. All right? So we'll see you tomorrow night. Namaste, and you all take care. God bless.